What's up, guys? So today I'm going to show you how I've produced the chorus of I Love to Hate You by Elli Moore. I know you guys love Elli. So this is interesting because I actually produced the song 2 years ago, which kind of shows you how things can be in the music industry. Sometimes your work doesn't come out till much later and you don't remember how you produced it. So this is kind of educational for me too. So this is how this chorus sounds.
Every time you open up, I'm shutting down. Every time you come in, I push you out, saying I don't want you, but you know I do.
I love the song. I think it's so catchy and cute. But let's kind of go over some of the elements here and see what all is in here. So obviously we have this kind of synth thing that is also in the verses. So I will be the first person to confess. I took this verbatim from Splice. This sample hasn't really been affected in any way. I don't really do that anymore. A producer me from 2 years ago did do that. So cheers to that girl. Usually I try to, if I use something from Splice that's tonal like this, I try to change the key, I try to change the tempo, and I usually try to change the sound eventually as the song gets more produced. It's more for like inspiration and getting started. In this, however, I did use it completely verbatim. So we have also just like some very simple snares going on. So it's just like a normal electronic snare, layered with something actually quite interesting. It's called a stomp. I'm not really sure how this is created. It kind of almost sounds like spit, like a mouth sound, layered with maybe like a shaker kind of being dropped. So, but it's also a Splice sample. I like to layer things that are electronic with something a little bit more organic, because the thing is, if you use everything electronic, a lot of the times stuff sounds like very processed, very far from, you know, origin of music, far from like wooden instruments and mallet instruments. It just sounds like synths, oscillators. So I like to have some of these small things because they all subliminally affect us and we think something sounds more natural. So I have these little hats. They're just kind of like there for a little emphasis on literally just bar 2 and bar 6 of the chorus. Very subtle. They just add a little bit of something small. I have claps coming in right here, right there. So very pretty much acoustic sounding samples, you know. So I just wanted a bit of that like doom da 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 doom da da kind of vibe, and you know, again, trying to add a little bit of that stompy kind of like we're all out here partying, singing vibe to the song. So I also have on the I love you, I hate you part what is called a huge clap. So it's a verb process clap but cut off. It sounds something like this. So it just adds like a bit of that noisy kind of hit to those beats right there in pretty much the main part of the song. So just again, little subliminal things like that I think are really cool. This is one of my favorite samples. I've probably used the sample in like 20-30 productions. It's just kind of like a group yell. It's freaking nice. I see. Yeah, if you drag it out, this is a full sample. So it's just like a very nice kind of airy, distant hey, you know, that isn't just like hey in your face. But it adds a little bit of that kind of roomy vibe to it, and I just have that right at the top of bar 1 of the chorus. So I also have this impact. It's called that air impact. It's just, you know, kind of high end of the EQ spectrum. Just adds that nice little wash at the top of the chorus. Now getting into some more of the tonals, we have these little things here. Little plugs. They're serum plugs. The serum is a great plugin just for, you know, great electronic sounds. There's a lot of pop sounds that are really cool in there. I have a bit of Pancake by Cable Guys on here, just kind of panning back and forth. just, you know, to create left and right movement for that. Some of the other tonals I have in here are pads like this. So what that is, it's chromophone. I think I've showed this plugin to you guys before. It's kind of an underrated plugin for like plucks and bells and like mallets and keys. It's got a lot of live organic-y sounding sounds that I actually really like. So that's how that was created. It just creates that like lower pad that gives that mid-range to the chorus. I also have this, more of a synth pad. This is from Spire, a really good plugin for that, for just like more electronic type things. A lot of people use Spire for dance music, but you know, you can use it for other things obviously as well. Another one from Serum. Yeah, it's just like a little sawy, brassy kind of thing. Every time I hear this, I'm just like, the 80s are back. I do use a lot of these kind of like 80s reminiscent sounds, you know, from Serum, and even from like something like Arturia or Diva, that, you know, it just has that very distinct, very nostalgic sound. And I don't usually feature these sounds unless I'm trying to like create an 80s moment, but it's nice tucked in. So, and then some of the other things are stuff like this. Let's see what this is. Okay. Little plug chord. Kind of like on the offbeat. That's cool. I didn't even know that was good. That's what I'm talking about. When I produced something 2 years ago, it's like news to me. What is in here? This is cool. It's just like a breath at the top of the chorus. Again, it just adds a wash of something on top, and then mixed right, it just, you know, it opens up the top end really nicely. And then I actually have another hey up top. Who knew? So, and then there's the vocal, you know, with Elli. We always dig into vocal production pretty heavily. She's not like the kind of singer that's just more chill. It's like, oh, one vocal, we're cool. There's a lot of doubles going on in here. Open up, I'm shutting down. Oh, that's me. I didn't know that was gonna be her vocal. Cool. Open up, I'm shutting down. That is also me. So a lot of the times I end up singing background vocals for Elli specifically, but for some of the other artists that we work with as well. It's just nice to play with textures. If you're a producer and you do sing, I strongly recommend you use your voice, especially if you're male, you work with females. Add your voice in. It's really nice to have some of those bass tones in there. Open. So yeah, just like layers of BGVs up in here. Open. Oh, and that one I can see was created actually with Ableton, because I probably was lazy and did not want to sing it. Which sometimes for like a quick fix, that's a really good technique to do, and sometimes it works, you know, for a record quite well if it's tucked in. So, and that's basically it, and that's the chorus of I Love to Hate You.